Mm-hmm.
This is the kitchen. Little one-car garage. It was all fenced in at one time. And then they took down half the fence, the rest is falling down. I don't provide fencing.
Okay.
So, if they fall down, I'll take them down. But there's a little bitty pin here that, you could use.
Mm-hmm.
But, it'd be up to you. Oops. This is, I wish he was home. This back here is the laundry room.
Okay.
This is a bedroom, and then the bathroom divides the 2 bedrooms, and there's another bedroom on the front. And where that one little window is, that's where the bathroom is.
Okay. And then there's stairs going down into the basement in here as well?
There's a door, about right in here, that has a staircase that goes down to the basement.
And how big is the basement?
It's not a full basement, it's probably half a basement. So I would say the 2 bedrooms and the bathroom and that's where your hot water heater is down in the basement. But it's a nice sized basement. You could put like even a full size bed in there and a recliner, in case stormy weather and you just wanted to go down there and sleep and not worry about a tornado or something.
Okay. And is there a second floor at all?
No, there's not.
Just looks like maybe there's an attic or.
There is an attic, and you could probably put some boxes or something in there, but it's just a single story house.
Okay. So $550 for this as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the property goes back to the fence posts?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a door on this garage?
Just the front door. I don't believe there's one back either.
So it does come down? Okay. And what type of lease do you guys have?
It's a 1-year lease, but like I said, if by chance, like that other place doesn't have a real modern kitchen, and I understand that. If by chance a nicer place comes available that you prefer, I'd show it to you and just move your lease.
Okay.
The only time you'd have to increase the deposit is if you went from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom.
Okay.
You'd have to pay the difference in the deposit. After the first year, I go year to year or month to month. You just have to stay with me for a year and make sure the home is in the same condition in which you got it.
Okay.
In order to get your deposit back.
Okay. And what's the penalty for breaking the lease?
You lose your deposit. I'm not going to take you to court.
Okay.
I don't have time for that.
So the deposit is just 1 month's rent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so this one can have a doggy door as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Dennis put my doggy door in. Dennis has been doing. I can do drywall, tile, hardwood floors, but when it comes to doors, windows, things like that, I use Dennis. Mm-hmm. He's been doing it for 40 years. Construction work. We all live here in town, and normally, now I do take care of things according to priority. I do. I fit 57 places. So if your ceiling fan's broken, but I have a broken toilet at somebody else's house, I'm going to take care of them before I take care of you.
Right.
But some people don't understand that, especially the younger generation. Oh, it's hot, I want my ceiling fan. Well, I've got 4 places, which I did last weekend, where the sewer was backed up.
Yeah.
So we worked Saturday and Sunday to get everybody's sewer, cleaned out and make sure everybody was taken care of.
Right.
So I mean, that's just common sense, but a lot of people don't understand that. The younger generation.
Right.
They just think it's all about me.
Sure.
But that's kids for you.
Mm-hmm. What about landscaping inside and out? Backyard, front yard and stuff?
You can do, I have a couple, he's a lawyer. They put in a sidewalk. I want you to make the house your own. Mm-hmm. In the lease, it says you're not even supposed to paint. But if you're going to be with me and you want, light brown walls instead of white, because I paint everything white, then knock yourself out. Just paint white when you leave.
Okay.
They put in sidewalk, flower beds. I want you to do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
You are required to take care of the yard. But if for some reason, say you go on vacation back to Georgia or wherever your family lives, and say, I'm going to be gone for the next 2 weeks. Can you watch my yard? I'll come and do it for you.
Okay.
I'm extremely easy to get along with. Mm-hmm. I treat people like I want to be treated.
Sure. It's golden rule.
Yeah. If you smoke, I don't care if you smoke in your house. Some landlords won't let you smoke. Some landlords won't even let you have a candle. I want you to make the house your own.
Thank
I prefer you
Okay.
not burn it down.
Yeah.
I've had 2 of those. Which one? That's why the fire department knows me so well. They're like, oh, you can put it back together because I've been doing construction for the last forever, and I can build a house from the ground up, except for doors and windows. I hate doors and windows. I just can't get them level. I don't know. Put out the people that lived here, not this time, but the time before. They had the patio, tables out here. They had where they could play horseshoes.
Yeah, I saw the horseshoe pit.
Yeah, I just left it, instead of digging it up. They were the ones that had the fence panels, and for some reason they took half of them. That's maybe all they needed at the next place. I don't know.
But there's no chance you're going to redo the fence?
No.
Okay.
Because most everybody wants a pet, and it just costs too much money for me to build everybody else's, everyone's fence. And I was, probably, if somebody doesn't take it with a pet, because these people don't have pets, more than likely I'll come around with a backhoe and pull all these posts up.
Gotcha.
Just in case, if I have to mow it, because I've got a mower that drives like a car. It's got a 96-inch deck. It makes it easier on me, to be able to mow it. And then, of course, we have to weed eat everything. The city inspector is extremely anal about how Weatherford looks. And if the grass is anything over 8 inches tall, then you get a phone call or you get a citation. They try to keep Weatherford looking as nice as possible.
Right. Well, I can understand that and appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a real nice looking, of course most everything is an older home and stuff, but real nice. Our crime rate is nothing.
And so the inside, you said, is pretty new as well?
It's pretty new. The kitchen is a lot bigger, and it's open. So from the living room, you can see the dining room and the kitchen.
Okay.
The stove and icebox on one side, and then you have your little entryway here for your washer and dryer. But all your cabinets and your sink and stuff is on the other side. It's a lot bigger. A lot bigger. And I truly think you'd be happier at this house. It's just a matter of timing.
Right.
For you. Like I said, I would prefer this house over the other one.
Okay.
Just me. And this house does have all carpet, where the other one has, the hardwood floors.
Well, the carpet's easier on the dog's feet. He doesn't slide as much.
Exactly. Well, I have all hardwood floors, and if you're real bored, it's, because my dogs play ball, and they'll get to slide on them. If you're bored, it's kind of fun to watch. Actually, yeah, the carpet is preferred by pets.
Is the carpet pretty new, or?
It's probably about 6 years old.
Okay.
I do use a professional, Kelly Steamatic, who's business in this town forever. I use a professional to clean the carpets. He's real good. This guy didn't have pets. They were cleaned. He has only been here since maybe July. But they did have a small child before she left him. So I don't know. I haven't been in this house, so I don't know the condition in which they're going to leave it. He's hoping not to have to pay a deposit to go to the next place. So I'm assuming it's going to be move-in ready, but I can't guarantee that.
And it's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath here?
2 bedroom, 1 bath.
Okay. And a half basement.
And yeah, this for the same amount of money, I would prefer this one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Plus, it's got the little dog pen here, and
yeah, and you can pull. Well, I don't know what type of vehicle you drive.
That's a Chrysler.
I don't know if it would fit in there or not, but
yeah, it would fit.
But you can barbecuer, lawnmower, whatever you need, little storage.
Is the lawnmower staying here?
No, that's his.
Dang, because I don't have one.
Unless he leaves it. I've had people leave them, so I have a warehouse that's full of stuff people leave.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, I probably should swing by there then. You have couches and chairs and stuff like that?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Could this have a electric garage door opener, or I guess this just kind of slides over?
It doesn't.
Or it doesn't have a full door, huh?
Look, you just have a light.
It's more of a carport
Just
deal.
more of a carport, closed-in carport.
Okay. This is not the refrigerator that's inside there, is there?
This is the man's personal refrigerator.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I do like this place a little bit better than the other, even not going inside, because I like the open floor plan you're talking about.
Yeah, I wish.
Kind of opens it up.
And, well, you kind of being like, if there's a way I can get in there, even in the next 2 or 3 days, maybe I can email you pictures of the inside.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm here till Thursday.
So, I call him again. See, he said something about he owes me late fees because he was out of town last month.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you don't get in touch with me, it's $10 a day every day after the 5th.
Okay.
Which he didn't, and I was by here all the time, and there still was furniture in the house. So I was like, where did he go? He finally got in touch with me, and he said, "Oh, I'm at Walmart getting money orders, and meet me at my house." So I met him over here, and that's when he, his wife had left him and all this stuff. And she took the majority of the furniture, and actually thought she had taken the icebox, but he had called me later on and said that they had moved it to the side because it was where you could just see it. But when I talked to him again today, he was in Texas because he owes me that late fee. Mm-hmm. And the plan was that I was to get it on Tuesday, which is today, and he's in Texas. So he told me that his dad or a friend or somebody was going to get it. So I'll call him back and see if I can't get a key to the house, and even if it's dirty,
Yeah, you could still know what it'll look like.
Yeah. Since you're going to be here till Thursday, I'll get in touch with him again and see if there's any way at all that we can see the inside of the house.
So everybody in this part of the area is, older generation, you said, or is it kids or mixed?
No,
or?
well, see, I don't own. The only people I own that I don't own it. I manage that fourplex there.
Okay.
I've got.
That's 522?
Yeah, 522. Okay. I've got a college girl that lives in apartment 3. Another college girl that lives in apartment 4. There's a gentleman that has that green card that works in the oil field, a black man that's just extremely hilarious, just a really nice man.
Okay.
And then I've got a college girl, and she's fixing to get married, but the guy she's fixing to get married to works for me.
Okay.
And they just moved into apartment number 3. As far as I know, I've never had. Cops never say anything. I know that there's a lady that on the corner that's probably I'm 47. She's probably 52, 53. She's a single woman. Mm-hmm. I don't know who lives here. I know the owner of the property. She's a real nice lady. She retired. She was a professor at the university. She retired. And I don't believe that she would rent to anybody that was foul at all. Okay. Over here, I don't know. I've never had anybody in my apartment complex complain about the other places. So, in that other area, I could give more description. I've got a nurse living in one, and of those houses. But since this is the only ones that I manage, I don't know about the neighbors. But I know that's a rent house as well.
Next door?
Next door, yeah.
Okay.
And more than likely, because that's what these folks, more than likely they're going to be all these are rentals.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it seems like they're keeping up the yards pretty nicely. I know it's winter, but still.
Yeah.
That's a really good sign. So you guys said you will probably slap some paint on in the summer?
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as it warms up. Like I said, I'm cold-natured.
Yeah.
And I did just recently hire this new boy. He's 19, but he seems to be working out really well. Because half the time I'm doing office work or showing houses, and it's like it's hard for me to actually do the physical work sometimes.
Sure.
But I did hire this new boy. Charles has been with me for 10 years.
Okay.
And then I have a crew that comes in. The owner sends his crew, as the Hispanic crew that comes in. We do all the tree trimming and all that stuff. Make sure they're not in the power lines.
Okay. And this has all the same with cable and satellite and internet?
Everything in town.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the dimensions of the rooms are similar to what I saw over there? Or?
I would say the bedrooms here are going to be bigger.
Bigger, okay.
Yeah, this is probably, that house over there is maybe tops 1,300 square foot. This is 15, maybe 1,600 square foot.
Okay.
I would prefer myself.
Yeah, no,
I've
liked everything I've seen over here more than the other one. So I agree. This would be my first choice.
Mm-hmm. But go look at the other houses. I know for a fact, and it's probably a nicer home, and I don't know what it rents for. Mm-hmm. But if you go further down, the park sits on Caddo Street, and maybe the next street is Indiana.
Okay.
or Illinois, one or the other. But there's a sign there that says for rent, and they're owned by the Hoffmans.
Okay.
They have brick homes that they're probably more modern on the inside, but on that for rent sign, some numbers, so you can give them a call while you're in town.
Yeah.
And see what they have to offer.
So you said it's up here to the stop sign and 2 blocks over?
Yeah, it's like go and turn back to the east, and maybe it's a block or maybe 2 blocks, but you'll see a sign that say houses for rent.
Okay.
And it's the signs on the right side of the road, and just pull over and jot those numbers down and give them a call, because I know they own, I think it's in Illinois, I'm not for sure, but they own some brick homes on that street
Okay.
that are for rent.
And so you know them, I guess, pretty well too?
I don't know them real well, but they always maintain those properties
Okay.
really nicely. So, and they're brick, something a little bit, probably, I would think, I've never been in them, something a little bit more modern.
Okay.
And not, I don't want to lose you. I would like to.
No, I
but,
appreciate you saying that as well. That's good.
Another, I don't know, who are you looking at getting in touch with?
There's 2 other people that I have appointments with today. One's name is Colleen, the other one I've written down, but Colleen is a little bit more expensive, and it seems that she doesn't want to even discuss getting back towards your price range. The other one that I'm looking at from you or from another person is actually less, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. So I kind of wondering why they're less than what you have to offer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I said, try the Hoffmans, and because I drive around all the time. Checking on the properties, making sure there's no windows broken, that kind of stuff. And I saw that sign up just a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do that. Do you have my email address?
No, I don't. Let me write it down.